Hello my incredible angling friends and welcome back to the channel. I'm your resident fishing fanatic, and today we're diving deep into the much anticipated fishing forecast for a very special day, January 3rd, 2026. Now I know what you're thinking, early January in Australia, that means summer, sun and scorching action, right? Well, you're not wrong, but this particular day holds some intriguing secrets that could make all the difference between an empty esky and a trophy catch. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why this day will be unique for our Aussie waters and how to turn those challenges into triumphs. We're talking about a full moon, warm waters, and some classic Aussie species ready to play hard to get, or not. First up, let's talk about those ambush predators of the shallows, the mighty flathead. With average water temperatures hovering around 21 to 26 degrees Celsius across much of the coastal regions, these toothy critters are going to be active, but potentially a bit finicky under the bright full moon. My friends, look for them in shallow offshore grounds, particularly around sandy gutters, the edges of weed beds, and subtle drop-offs in estuaries and bays. The warmer water means they'll be quite comfortable in these shallower feeding zones. Target depths of 2 to 5 meters early in the morning or late in the afternoon. My go-to for flathead in these conditions would be soft plastics. Think 5 to 7 inch curl-tail grubs or paddle tails in natural baitfish colors like clear water prawn or pilchard. Jig them slowly along the bottom with a light jig head, bouncing them through those sandy gutters. For bait, a pilchard fillet or a live poddy mullet drifted along the bottom will be absolutely deadly. Keep your leader light, around 10 to 12 pound fluorocarbon, to avoid spooking them in the clear summer waters. Next, for a bit of light tackle fun that the whole family can enjoy, we're targeting whiting. January sees various species of whiting, like sand and yellowfin, actively spawning in shallow sandy areas and tidal flats. Focus on protected sandy beaches, tidal flats and the edges of sandbanks in estuaries. The incoming tide will be prime time as they push into the shallows to feed on worms and small crustaceans. Look for areas with a slight current that brings food to them. A finesse approach is key here. A light spinning outfit with a running sinker rig, a long trace of 4-pound fluorocarbon and a small long shank hook. Baits like fresh live worms, peepees or nippers are irresistible. Cast light, retrieve slowly, and be ready for those subtle bites. Don't be afraid to try a small surface lure or a tiny popper in the early morning for some exciting surface strikes. And finally, let's not forget the ever-present and tenacious bream. In early January, yellowfin bream especially will be active in coastal and estuarine waters. They'll be holding around submerged structures. Think rock walls, oyster leases, jetties, bridge pylons, and especially fallen timber or snags in estuaries. The warmer water encourages them to explore these areas for food and shelter. Target these spots during the tide change. For structure-loving bream, a lightly weighted soft plastic presentation, like a 3-inch grub or a prawn imitation, worked close to the structure is excellent. For bait, fresh peeled prawns, bread, or even a small strip of mullet will work wonders on a paternoster or running sinker rig. Keep your leader abrasion-resistant, as they'll often try to bust you off in the snags. A 10-pound fluorocarbon leader should give you a fighting chance. Looking at the general forecast for January 3rd, 2026, we're expecting typical Australian summer conditions across many coastal areas. Air temperatures will likely range from a pleasant 20 to 27 degrees Celsius during the day, dropping to around 19 degrees Celsius overnight. Expect a fair amount of sunshine, around 8 to 9 hours, but don't be surprised by isolated short bursts of tropical showers. There's about a 26% chance of rain. Humidity will be moderately high, around 71%. Atmospheric pressure, while not forecast day-specific, is generally stable during summer but can fluctuate with those sudden showers, which might make the fish a little cagey. Wind will be light to moderate, perhaps around 18 kilometers per hour, meaning comfortable boat conditions for most. These warm, somewhat humid conditions usually mean active fish, but sudden pressure drops or heavy downpours can temporarily put them off the bite. The water temperature across coastal Australia in early January is looking fantastic, ranging from a comfortable 21 degrees Celsius up to a balmy 26 degrees Celsius in many southern and eastern coastal areas, and even warmer up north. This warm water means fish metabolism is high, making them feed actively. However, it also means they'll be seeking out cooler, oxygen-rich water during the hottest parts of the day, so shaded areas, deeper drops, or areas with good current flow will be key. Now for the lunar factor. January 3rd, 2026 falls squarely on a full moon with 100% illumination. In the fishing world, a full moon is a double-edged sword. On one hand, the increased gravitational pull means stronger tidal movements, which can stir up bait and get fish feeding. On the other hand, the bright moonlight overnight can lead to fish feeding heavily after dark, making them less active during the day. Expect stronger tides and plan your fishing around the peak of the tide changes for maximum activity. Early mornings and late afternoons will be crucial, as the fish might be less keen on feeding under the midday sun after a bright moonlit night. Considering all these factors, the overall fish activity for January 3rd, 2026, I'd rate as medium to good, but capricious. The warm water and summer feeding patterns are a big plus, but the full moon combined with potential humidity and localized showers means the bite might be inconsistent. You'll need to be observant and adapt your tactics. Fish will be active, especially around tide changes, but they might be wary or holding deeper during the brightest parts of the day. Patience and precise presentation will be your best friends. So there you have it, my friends, your detailed forecast for January 3rd, 2026, across Australia. It's a day that promises rewards for those who understand the conditions and adapt their approach. I truly hope this helps you plan your next adventure on the water. Before you head out, remember to hit that like button if you found this forecast helpful, subscribe to the channel for more tips and tricks, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss a single update. And tell me in the comments below, what's your favorite species to target during an Australian summer full moon? What baits or lures do you swear by? Share your wisdom with our community. Until next time, stay safe out there, tight lines, and as always, ni chwosta, ni cheshui, good luck and happy fishing.